Dai via. Ce zici?
Se vine cumpărători.
Da. Hello everyone, I'm Raul and welcome back to my live drawing lessons. So we draw my self-portrait, and as you know already, we started with eyes and now I did it last time a skin, and we're going up now. We're drawing and we learn to draw eyebrows and the skin. Of course, you know already we're working only with one pencil, so that's the lesson. We carry on to do this using 8B grade. When we start to draw the skin on the nose and the eyebrows, we prepare the skin for the layers. So we're going with small circular motions. Of course, we're following the reference photo to see for the proportion. As you can see, I'm lining also the frames for the glasses. But I'm going with shape and shadows for the eyebrows. On my left eye, I have designed my eyebrow cut, so we need to respect this. Same as reference photo, we're coming very light. As you can see, the reflection for this is inside of the lenses. For this part of the shade, we use the pencil bend in our palm and, of course, no pressure. We're working step by step, by proportions, to don't miss any details. For now, we only shade the layers for the shadows and the place where the eyebrow should be. As you can see, during the process, I rotate the pencils. That means I want to keep the pencil sharp for longer. Maybe you can observe this, but slowly the pencil is rotating. Very light on the corner of the eyebrow, just light lines to finish with the design. As you can see, for the eyebrow, we're using different way to draw, and we're going by small lines. Of course, we need to go darker, so we come back for this eyebrow when we have finished the first one and the second one as well. I'm starting now to do the second one. Following the reference photo, we need to be the same dimension. We're checking for the symmetrics and we start to shade by lines. On my lessons, guys, you will have all explanations, everything you need to know about the graphite pencil, and you can upgrade your drawing skill for this. If you follow my videos, my live drawings, of course you can upgrade your drawing skill, changing your way to draw. I have tips and techniques that might interest you. Because on the left side we have also the skin highlighted. We need to work the eyebrow highlighted as well. So we have also the frame here. We need to respect the size of the frame, and we're going with small dots and lines to design the rest of the eyebrow. Of course, following the reference photo always. On this part, as you can see, the pressure of the pencil is different because, as you can see, I draw very light gray. So that's why I selected this 8B grade, so I can teaching you guys how to work with dark tone and also light tone using only one pencil. Yes, it's possible to draw only one pencil a portrait, realistic portrait, step by step. Da, videóra. Kare? Ilan jutro ideš. Stai convinta, mamma? Thank you very much, Eyebrow. I'm very well. How are you? Welcome back to live drawing again. Because it's Sunday, we draw together and we learn together. Remember, my lessons are always Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, 6 o'clock England time. As you can see, my pencil is very good sharp, which helped me to design the eyebrows and also the soft line into the highlights. We're starting to add the dark tone now. How to do this? We repeat the same steps, but with a bit pressure. As you can see, I'm staying on the lines. This is the way to draw the eyebrows, by lines. As you can see, the second tone, changing the value of the graphite, become darker. Wow, actually. I'm going now to add the dark tone on the second eyebrow. As you can see, I have set a blank paper on my drawing. That one because I want to keep my drawing clean. And you know already you can try and clean also the pencils and erasers. I'm adding a few lines outside for better design and also making more realistic. As you can see, I'm just going random with a few lines. If I'm happy with the design and with the dark tone, I'm coming to smooth this using dry hard brush. If you remember, is the chocolate one. Of course, I need to have the same grade on the second eyebrow. And for this, I repeat the same layers by lines. You know already, dry hard brush. With dry hard brush we can achieve faster the dark tone. I'm going very light on the paper and I'm smoothing. As you can see, in this way we blend the graphite pencil and we're changing the value also. I'm going on the second one, do the same. On the left eye, I'm coming with very light layer of 8B grade, building the skin by small circles and motions. Depend of the shadow, I repeat the layers to build a gradient on the skin. If I'm happy with the tone of the skin, I'm coming with some dots, building the pores, doing the same on the cheek and the bottom of the eye. We have beautiful designed the eyebrow. We just need to go darker in the middle of this. We repeat the layer, only the middle side. As you can see, we're changing the value and become dark tone. I'm staying on the lines. I'm going very light with a few lines to finish with the hair for the eyebrow. In this way, I can do the eyebrow realistic, photorealistic. Depends how realistic you want to learn to draw. In that way, you're adding more details. So that we're doing now, we learn to add all necessary details, building as realistic as we can. In the front of the eyebrows where I started, as you can see, the direction of the hair is going from the left to right. Where the eyebrows are finished, we're changing the direction. We're starting from the right to left. Same as we draw animal fur or human hair. Special when you draw braided hair. I carry on with light, soft lines to finish with the designing. Of course, I add a little bit on the skin. I'm happy with this eyebrow. I'm moving to the other one. I'm doing the same. I'm checking for the proportion. I need to see if it's a symmetrics, enough symmetrics, and we're adding the rest of the details, making the eyebrow realistic looking. With small dots and small lines, we finish the design of the eyebrow, which is into the highlights. As you can see, everything only on pencil. We don't need to change the grade. We can work only with one pencil. Same as I did on the face skin, we do here on the eyebrow, because it's the highlighted part. On the bottom of the eyebrow, we're going very light one layer till we're touching the frame of the glasses, because we build the skin. Very light into the lines where the shadow is, we build also the skin. Depend how the dark tone is on this part, we repeat the layers to change the value. The position of the pencil is bent for better control, working light. Now I'm coming with cotton buds and I smooth the skin. Small circular motions. We mix and blend the grades together. In this way, we also build the gradient. Slowly, slowly, as you can see from the dark tone of the graphite, I'm pushing outside into the skin, because I prepare already the skin. Not on the left even, because it's a highlighted part. For the last time, I'm looking to be darker. I repeat the layer on eyebrow, but only with lines. Make the eyebrow realistic. As you can see, I'm crossover even for better looking. I repeat the lines which are part of the eyebrow into highlights. If I have the perfect design, I'm coming to blend this using soft makeup brush this time, because I can go very light on the paper. I blend very light each line made. As you can see, in this way I fill it with a graphite into the eyebrows as well. Why? Because I can do even more easy the highlights. I'm using eraser, this time Tombow Monozero eraser, coming to help to highlighting. Following the reference photo by lines and small dots, we build the highlights on the skin in the corner of the eyebrow. This can be made very easy with Tombow Monozero eraser. Not even for the dots, because for the dots I'm using electric eraser to make more expressive skin. This electric eraser, it gave me better chance to obtain realistic skin. As you can see, Tombow Monozero eraser, I can do only lines. If I try to do dots, they're not like an electric eraser. If the electric eraser working well, we're using electric eraser. Now we're happy to going further, and we will carry on with the skin on the forehead. Same, we're staying on 8B grade. We're starting from the left where the highlights are by dotting light with 8B grade we're starting to build the highlighted area of the skin. Dots and small lines, because this is the part where the highlights start to come in. Of course, we're using small circles and motions where the skin starts to be more visible. If you remember on the rest of the skin, when we draw eye, we're going by small circle and motions. This way is the closest way to the realistic skin. But as you see, when we start to draw an eyebrow, we changed the way of the drawing by small lines. Depends which eyebrow you're drawing on your portrait. If you draw woman portrait, might be longer lines, but not that long. Now we're talking about the gradient, because slowly we need to change the grade on the graphite. Going into the shadow area, we're coming again with the same small circle motions. We're adding the details on the skin. Which can build the shadows as well. As you can see, we draw the design of the frame. So we can take care of the skin forward. Always the first layer, which is the base, is easy to draw. And if we have the base already done, the shadow coming after that, more easy to add step by step. Of course, always following the reference photo. With small dots and lines, we're adding the shadows and the design of the skin. As you can see, guys, very easy way to draw eyebrow. Same as the reference photo. We build the shape of the skin by layering. We design the shadow for the nose, where the nose starting. How to do this? By shadows. Using cotton buds, we smooth the skin. Small circular motions. We blend the graphite and we mix together, building the gradient. Depends on the shadow how dark is. We're coming to rebuild this, adding one more layer. This time we're going by dots because we build the pores as well. We carry on with the skin on the other side. We check for the dimension and we add the rest of the details. These details also make the expression on the face. With small circular motions, we're coming inside of the skin, building the shadows, making the skin round, looking 3D. On both sides. Thank you very much, Olga. I appreciate that. I'm looking for the dark tone on the skin now. I'm staying by small circular motions. Of course, don't lose the shape of the glasses. Nu sai, știu. E ok, iubirea mea, da. Da, puiul meu. As you can see, if you're going in this way, by small dots and small circles and motions, we can add very easy the shadows on the skin. As you can see, we're not adding the pores yet. We're working on the skin till we are happy with the design. Thank you very much, Olga. I appreciate your sharing. And I appreciate you guys, the time spent with me live. But to know that, that's why I move my lessons on YouTube channel, because not too many people have time to see every time on TikTok. And some of the people doesn't have TikTok, which is more easy to follow the lessons on YouTube channel as well. Only thing to do is subscribe on my channel, add more friends, tell them about me, and if they love to draw, they can learn easy without no pay. To smooth this part of the skin, I'm using soft makeup brush. Which is more softened. As you can see, this part of the top side of the nose become round and 3D looking. Thank you very much, my love. Very light, like you're brushing or like you're painting. We're using soft makeup brush, and we're looking to mix the grades. On the left side and on the right side as well. This helped me to build the shadows. I'm working on Canson Bristol paper 250 GSM, guys. As you can see, it's extra smooth and pure white. Always when I work with graphite pencil, which the portrait or the landscape is black and white, I'm using this paper. That's very good, recommendable for graphite pencil. As you can see, I'm a graphite artist, not a charcoal one. Even I know to work with charcoal, I'm doing only graphite pencil because that's my pleasure to do so. All the lessons are about graphite pencil, guys. So if you're a graphite pencil looking to learn, you're in a good place. We're moving slowly forward, and now I have to blend this. I'm staying on brush with small circles. We're pushing the graphite into the tooth of the paper. For the rest of the dots where are going into the highlights, I'm using blending stump number 1, and I'm dotting very light. Why? Because this is the part where the highlights starting. But also we need to blend the dots because they belong to the pores. If you remember, guys, you can work only with blending stump some of the parts if you have enough graphite on it. It's not the realistic skin looking now because we need to add some more details and more shadows. So we're staying on dotting, and these dots help me to add the shadows and also the pores, freckles and every details we need. Now we're going to draw realistic. Remember, before to do that, you need to prepare the layers for the skin. That's the way to make realistic skin. I'm just dotting a little bit close to the eyebrow and rest of the skin. As you can see, I'm changing the pressure of the dotting on the pencil when I'm going into the highlights. The dots become lighter. It's exactly the thing when we're working on the shade, on the layers, where the dark tone is, we're coming with a bit pressure. When the lighter area is for the highlights, we release the pressure. I'm not calling now this part of the skin finished yet because I still coming to add more details. For dark tone, I'm coming with dry hard brush, which is the chopped one, and I'm adding the dark tone for the shadows. which is the shape for the nose. Hopefully guys, this lesson can help you to upgrade your drawing skill. As you can see, you have all explanations step by step. As you can see, we have some small dots on this area. How to make this looking realistic skin with pores? I'm coming using electric eraser with very light touching. I'm coming to add some highlights on the bottom of the dots. Look at that now, how the skin is looking. I'm adding some pores inside of the nose, on the top side nose, going close to the reference photo. Of course, following the reference photo, I'm staying on 8B, dotting for the design. If I need to add more dots, I'm not afraid and I'm coming with more. Try to learn my technique guys during the process, follow the reference photo and draw in the same time. In this way you can earn more time and your time is not spent at all. Of course, we draw another proportion. We need to add blending stone to blend the dots. As you can see, I get with graphite inside of the frame is not a problem. This because the frame will be pure black. With small circles we carry on to do the skin. I blend this using cotton buds, starting from dark to light. As you can see, we have the shape, we have the shadows, and we start to design the nose. To make the skin more realistic, where I dot with electric eraser, I'm just dotting very light with 8B. Not only this, I'm coming also with blending stone to blend, make them blur. In this way they become realistic looking. As you can see, also small dots with blending stone will cover also the highlights on the pores. I'm not looking to be very white pores, so that's why I'm coming with blending stone to blend and blur them. Moving on the bottom of the nose, which is the last part of the lesson today. How to do this? We need to do the design and shape for the frame. Before to do that, we're coming with lining, very light, using 8B gray. Depend which design of the glasses you draw, guys, in your portrait. That's the position of the pencils as well. My position of the pencil is for detailing. If you remember, I bend the pencil when I shade. Thank you very much, Eyebrow. We're learning to draw realistic even. To make the perfect line for the glasses, try to go forwards and backwards with the pencil without stop. Don't do the mistake to add by lines with stops like this. Yeah? If you want to draw the perfect frame, try to find this perfect way to draw. Going forwards and backwards, and come back on the same line always. I'm not going further with this design, but I need only this part so I know where the shadows coming from the nose. I'm coming with a bit pressure because I have the perfect shape. As I told you, the frame is black. Now if you have the perfect shape, you can come in with a bit pressure, adding the dark tone for the frame. As you can see, I interrupted this part because it's covered by the plastic part who's supporting the nose. Remember, always change the position of the pencil when you add details. By the way, on this part, as you can see, the support of the nose is inside of the skin, inside of the frame. So we're going with this line till the end. Now you will see the different grades by pressure. As you can see, this top line and the frame shape is very dark, yeah? If I do one more day on the top, we build the glasses. We don't do this. We're staying on the skin to learn how to design the skin. So following the reference photo, we draw the skin and the shape of the nose. As you can see, the pressure on the pencil is very light, also changing the position because we're working with light grade. This is the shadowed part inside of the nose. But also we build a small plastic part for the glasses. As you can see, I'm going over a little bit on the frame, same as the reference photo is. Now we're not using the graphite pencil to finish the shade of this small piece of plastic. We're using blending stump. Why? Because this needs to be like a plastic, transparency plastic. If I carry on to blend this with 8B grade, I will ruin my drawing. So following the reference photo, I'm coming with number 1 blending stump and a soft makeup brush. I'm going to add the outlines with blending stump. If you remember, I told you use both sides of blending stump so you can earn some time. With blending stump, I add the shadow on the nose, who's coming from the piece of plastic. Now I carry on to add the shade, light shade, using soft makeup brush. How to do this? Very gentle. I'm going inside of the plastic because I have some graphite on the brush. If you remember, if you draw the skin and if you don't have a graphite, you can add a little bit graphite on any part of the skin, filling your brush with the graphite. After that, we're going inside to add the rest of the shadows on the plastic part. As you can see, it becomes like a light gray, which is perfect for us. I need some highlights. For this, I'm using number 5 jelly pen to add the dot for the highlights on the plastic. And very light line inside, who make the small shadow transparency on the plastic. We carry on to work with dark tone and we change with graphite pencil 8B grade. Very light with 8B grade, I finish a gradient shadow which is already started with blending stump. This small shadow is coming from the small plastic part. Inside of the nose, I'm coming with small circles, filling with the graphite for shadows. Also need to be like a reflection shadow for the glasses. So we're going a little bit oblique where the direction of the arch of the eye is. Of course, we need to make this small plastic looking realistic. We're coming with a shadow inside. As you can see, it's very small part. I can't use the dry hard brush, which is the chopped one. I'm coming with blending stump to blend this small part because the small part for the supplier who can help us is blending stump. Of course, number 1. And with small circles, emotions, we blend this. As you can see, we build light gradients from shadow, from dark to light. But I need more shadows who's coming from the glasses, because this part of the frame is reflected on my nose. So we're coming from this part of the plastic very light, adding the line for the shadow. I'm coming very light for the beginning. Depends how long I need to go. I'm going to finish this. But as you can see, how light touching on the paper is the pencil. With small circle emotions, I'm adding another layer which is coming out. That make the shadow a little bit bigger. Now because I have enough the shadow, I'm coming to blend this using soft makeup brush. Why this? Because it's very smooth and help us also to blend and smooth the paper. I'm going very light from the top side on the bottom side. On the finish, I'm coming with soft makeup brush longer so I can sharp the line, which is the shadow from the glasses. As you can see, we have also the shadow on from the frame. Now we need to add more dark tone where the shadow starting. Using 8B grade, following the reference photo, we add the necessary lines for the dark tone. The line becomes sharper to the end of the shadow. I carry on with a few dots, which is imitating the skin into the highlights. Very light using soft makeup brush, I feel the graphite which is on the cheek close inside of the nose, bottom of the glasses. I need to add a bit graphite inside of that part because it's a part of the skin. With 8B grade we carry on to add one more line close to the dark tone. If you guys want to learn how to become professional artist using only one pencil, that's the lesson. So don't forget, don't change the supplier or the pencil. In this way you can learn easy to work with 8B grade. Now we can finish also the parts of the skin, and we can carry on to add the light skin on the nose. We have the shadow, we're adding only a few dots, light ones, to build the pores on the skin. It's not really visible this part, but we can do this. To blend the pores I'm using blending stump. but this time very light, only blur a little bit. We blend also the line for the shadow. As you can see, inside become lighter. We add small circles, and as you can see, we're pushing a little bit graphite inside of the nose. This is the way to prepare the nose drawing. We use 8B grade. We come back to add the small circles, filling this part with graphite for the skin. That's the way to prepare the skin. Depends how dark tone is. We're coming one more layer. As you can see, if you work very light using 8B grade, even for this part of the skin, you need to add more layers. I like to blend this using cotton buds. I want to thank you everyone again for your time. This is another lesson done. We carry on to draw another lesson tomorrow, 6 o'clock p.m. England time. We carry on with the nose. We finish the nose drawing and we go back on the frame. So the next lesson is how to finish the skin on the nose, and next after is how to draw the frame. Everything you need to know, let me know, guys. If you like my lessons, you can upgrade your drawing skill with these techniques. Depend how dark tone is, and also the shadows. I'm coming with a shadow who's coming for the frame. Small circles, emotions. Same as I did on this part, but this one should be lighter. I'm adding soft makeup brush so I can blend, mix together the skin, looking the skin realistic, and also filling with the graphite. I'm not looking for white paper on this part, but I'm looking for highlights. I blend also the reflection, which is for the shadow. Now I'm using eraser. This time Tombow eraser, because it's not really about only the dots. I need to also add lines. Very good sharp eraser. I'm adding the design of the pores on the nose. As you can see, I'm not pressing with eraser because I don't want to highlight in too much. Before to finish, I want to finish this part of the skin, which is the top side of the nose. I'm coming with blending stone. Hopefully I have enough graphite to add the shadow on the bottom of the pores. If we don't have enough graphite, we come back with 8B grade. It's not a problem. We're adding also the dots necessary for the design of the skin. From this part, we need to add the dark tone for the shadow, same as I did on the other side. We're not doing now, we see next time. Will be tomorrow, 6 o'clock p.m. England time. Thank you very much again, guys. You are awesome, and hopefully you are enough with this lesson. We carry on to draw next tomorrow. Bye-bye. I'm watching video.